we need to begin by focusing on events in the life and reign of the Showa Emperor Hirohito, 1901 to 1989. Here, a brief statement of the book's principal themes may be helpful. The first is the emperor, treated as a human being, an ideology, and an institution. All three had the objective of expanding and defending Japan's national interest. The Meiji era's oligarchs constructed the monarchy in stages, making sure that it imparted direction and gave meaning to their imperial state. Among its key elements were a cult of the virtuous emperor commanding the armed forces, an imperial court, and a peerage class. After their constitution was promulgated, the whole organization, not just the emperor, was imbued with a sacred character. The pyramidal structure thus formed, with a politically empowered emperor at its apex, shrouded in myth, illuminated a political system unconstrained from accountability, able to elude civilian ministerial control. Racism and the domestic disease of racial prejudice constitute the second major theme. I focus on how framing international affairs in antagonistic racial terms affected Japanese and Americans alike. In war and peace, it underpinned their colonialism and influenced their conduct. In post-1945 Japan, the racist ultranationalism of the imperial way that had powered Japanese aggression disintegrated. Constitutionalism, the third theme, refers to modern Japan's two constitutions and how they shaped the modus operandi of the Japanese state and defined the nation and the people. The imperial constitution of Great Japan, known as the Meiji Constitution of 1889, was grafted on to an absolutist system of power. It ascribed to the sacred and inviolable emperor enormous military and civil powers, defining him as superintendent of the powers of sovereignty, a monarch whose judgment and will was supposed to penetrate all the groups in the ruling system. Restraints imposed on the parliament and the traditions established by and inscribed in other documents, such as the imperial rescript on education, also prevented a true constitutional monarchy from evolving. The cardinal rule of Japanese constitutionalism was that responsibility for decision-making lay not in the emperor, wherein real power and authority actually resided, but in his cabinet, composed of ministers who were supposed to be collectively responsible for the advice that they gave the emperor, but in reality were not.